Trap Red, July 1st. Another Trap Red groovy kind of YouTube video dissertating about various issues in our world right now, the world we live in, the world we're confronted with, our reality, the one that's hanging over our sky, right here, right now, Southern California. This is no BS. People think, oh, well, I'll wait till tomorrow to do what I can do today. Why not just do it? You know, everybody's putting off till tomorrow what they can do today. If they could and they would, they'd put off the 7th generation. The rising of the 7th generation and the 7th son. But they can't. If it be in their power to prevent it, they would. But they can't. Just like they can't prevent the ghost dance. They can't prevent bad medicine from becoming good medicine. Nor can they take away the medicine wheel that the great-grandfathers put on this planet. As a sign of healing, the healing of the nations. It takes the massacre of 315 Lakota women and children and old men in the middle of winter, December 29th, 1890. What's the difference? 100 years, give or take. It's still genocide. Over 20 U.S. Congressional Medal of Honors were awarded to the soldiers at Wounded Knee in 1890 for that massacre. Was it Captain? Oh, I don't know. General, does it really matter? Captain, General, assign him rank. Forsyth surrounded the encampment of Bigfoot, waited till reinforcements came from the 7th Cavalry, and then with 4 machine guns in place, surrounded the encampment of over 300 Lakota women and children and old men that were with Bigfoot and massacred them. Just mowed them down with those machine guns. Nobody escaped. Supposedly, they awarded something on the order of 26 Congressional Medal of Honors to those soldiers that day. And they even erected their own monument on that site, proclaiming their victory over the Lakota Sioux Blackfoot nations. To the day, they still are at war. And will always be at war. Forever at war. Black Elk spoke and he said, I'll be at war no more forever. Meaning, you know, he was at peace as long as they were at peace. Realizing that it was his reflection, his reflective spirit, that it was all around him. You know, why would he be at war with himself? He sat in his teepee, smoked his peace pipe. He didn't sign the treaty that Red Cloud signed with the others. And so he was hunted down, along with Bigfoot, and that's Pierce, the last Red Warriors. It's the last tribes of the Indian nation to succumb to white man's colonization, suppression, oppression, slavery. To this day, the U.S. government denies any Holocaust ever took place, denies that they had anything to do with Germany's repatriation after World War I and its rearmament, has denied its involvement in its rearming of Germany, and consequently it's enabling it to suppress Europe and start World War II, and the internment and the Holocaust of over 13 million Jewish, Catholic, Gypsies, Slavs, and other types of people that were undesirable to Hitler at the time. But it's well documented in interview and in film that Hitler based a lot of his Auschwitz German concentration camp designs on the model that was put in place by the United States Cavalry and the United States Army in its decimation and genocide of the Sioux Nation, along with all the other indigenous Native American tribes found at the, let's say, beginning of the 1800s. Because the Indian Wars went on for quite some time. The decimation of the Indian and the Native American culture took hundreds and hundreds of years. It's still going on to this day. The assimilation, the termination, you know, just all the devices that they've used to kill the red man. You know, even in our culture today, it's obvious. You know what I mean? All you have to do is open your eyes and look at it. You go to the crosswalk to cross the street. You push a button and you wait for a white man to allow you to go across the street because the red man's hand says, no, stop. Can't go anywhere. Can't collect that $200. Can't get paid in American society. Can't get a job because you're a red man. We can't have no vermin like you hanging out in our society. Why, what would guys like Ted Nugent do with their gleaming rock and roll cop badges and their guns? Maybe they'd arrest you for being a red man. Or maybe worse, maybe they'd kill you for being a red man, smoking a peace pipe. Just sitting in your own teepee, minding your own business, closing your smoke flaps so that, you know, you and you alone know what's going on in your teepee, you know. Teepee walls are thin. The whole world knows what's going on in a teepee. If you've ever lived in a teepee, you know what I'm talking about. I've lived in a teepee twice. Once on the reservation, and then again off the reservation in the same time period. Once with the red man and my red clan, whom they know who I am and I know who I am, so there's all that's necessary. And then a band of preachers, religious people, call themselves Yahwehists. I believe they're righteous men and holy men, especially the one I lived with, who took me in and gave me instruction. And he walked me out too on the day that I was told by his pastor that I couldn't stay on that property any longer because they owned it. And they didn't want me in his teepee because I wouldn't smash my eyeglasses. But these sunglasses, they're not, even though they have bifocals, they're not prescription. I just bought them down at the drugstore for $1. Well, that was a good deal because they're Foster Grants. They're $18 a piece. Nice eyeglasses, nice frames. I think these are the Gunners. No, these are the, yeah, these are the Gunners. Gary got the Archers. Anyways, nice glasses, aviators. Help you see better. But what good is seeing if your mind is clogged up and what you're seeing is being misinterpreted by your mind? It's like these Zionists now that are trying to disarm our country. under the pretense that they're going to protect and serve you. And they want you to vote for a guys and gals, whoever's running. They want you to vote for guys and gals, both, that neither one has your interest in heart. It's like voting for raspberries or blueberries, elephants or donkeys. None of them are going to help you. It's just a guise to get your mind off the reality of the fact that we're slaves. We've been enslaved by the white man for the last several hundred years, if not 500 years. And all we are is a bunch of niggers in a fucking field. We can't even draw unemployment, social security. We can't get any medical help. We can't get any food stamps, vouchers, cash, jobs, any help from our own countrymen. And we're surrounded by these people. We're surrounded on all sides by our enemies who says they have our best interests in heart. Vote for us. And oh, by the way, where's my paycheck? Jeb. Hey, come listen to my story about a man named Jeb. Poor mountaineer, barely kept his family fed. Then one day he was shooting at some food, and up from the ground came Lakota, bubbling crude. Oil, that is. Keystone, black gold, Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jeb's a billionaire. And Billy Gates said, hey, get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? All right. That's what I'm talking about. You got all-out war there, man. This Obama is talking out of one side of his face and rattling out of the other side of his tail, you know, with his fangs set down to bite and inject the poisonous lube into the United States of America and put its come-hithers once and for all on freedom and liberty, justice for all's sake through a pipe. As a matter of fact, here's a pipe. So with that in mind, and Black Elk Speaks, Chief Bigfoot laying frozen in time. Here, let's do that. Let's imitate him. Wait, let me take my hat off. We can do it better. Bigfoot. Here. Yeah. Wait, I'm a moose. I'm a moose. Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Hey, Rocky. Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit. What up, nigger? Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat, nigger. Yeah, there we go. Now we're talking some real buffalo soldier, man. Like white buffalo, Ugalala Sioux style. I made a reservation for you right here. It's 2020. See it yet? Can you see it yet? Can you fucking see it? Trapper Ed. Another YouTube fuck you nigger video.